Okay, so your drawings need to have a whole bunch of dimensions on them, which prove that it meets the rules. So the rule book, as you'll be familiar with, is quite a large document. So we can't show every single rule, but we want to show the main ones which are going to impact on the eligibility of the vehicle. So please look at the example drawings provided and try to copy them as close as you can in terms of all the dimensions that they have in them and all the information they have in them. So obviously the first one we'll look at is something like overall length. So overall length, article T 3.6. So what we want to do is ensure that our car is within 170 and 210 millimeters. So when we go in here, we're going to choose the surface that we're going to put the dimension on. So dimension, and dimensions will work the best when you can choose a straight edge to dimension from and a point to dimension to. Now this is the furthest most point of the car here. So 191.4, that is within the rules. You might have to choose your views wisely. Sometimes it might not give you a nice point to attach to on this view. You might have to do it off of this view. Now if I were to try to do the same dimension to the very front, there's no green dot which chooses the very front edge of the car. So that top view is the best view for me to do that dimension. Once you've got the dimension in there, you'll want to put in the article, so text, attach it pretty much to the bottom of the line and draw a box. And this is T 3.6, so that is overall length. We'll shift it along, maybe down a tiny bit. And you want to do that for every rule that you come across. Have a look in the example drawings. So dimensions are easy enough to do. As I said, line to a point. Sometimes a point to a point is sometimes the only way you can do it, but try to as often as possible line to a point. Now, there will be scenarios where you're going to have to show things like this, and these are our exclusion zones. So this is the back edge, this is the back of the car, this is the front of the car. There's this area where you can't build any parts of your vehicle, and you want to show this in your drawings. So how do we go about doing this? We're going to have to draw them on a sketch, basically. So as I said, the sketch mode is really bad in the drawing view. So you want to head back to your original car. You want to create a new sketch. And it doesn't really matter which plane it's on. We'll go a top view of some sort. Now I'm not going to draw the whole thing up, I'll just draw this front one. So it's going to go from 15 mil back, 30 mil out from the back edge of that wheel. So I'm just going to use P to project in this edge here. Okay, just put that one as a hidden line. And then I can draw in rectangle, which is 15 tab 30. That fillet technically makes my car illegal, the size of the fillet. So something to be careful about. I should maybe extend it back a little bit or make my fillet smaller so it doesn't impact. Anyway, this is how we finished my sketch. Sketch 15. And in fact, I'm going to rename that sketch to exclusion zone so I can find it later on. And I'll just leave it turned on and hit save. Okay. Now I want to come back across into my drawing. I'm going to update it so it's got the latest version in here. Cool. And nothing will change because that sketch currently isn't being shown. So over here, turn sketches on, open that one up, and I'm going to go down to the exclusion zone, turn that one on, and there I have it. Exclusion zone will be there. So I'll do that same process, obviously, for all the other exclusion zones. And that process is followed again there. This one. So to create the sticker, to create all the parts of the exclusion zone, so you do all that in one sketch, probably the front as well. When we do the wing sketches, we will draw these. Now we actually created these as components, so we can just turn those components on, that's fine. And also the 3mm clear airspace around the wings, and a virtual cargo, which is already drawn up. So that's how you go about creating the dimensions and the sketches within your drawings. Please try to make them look as close as you can to the examples. That's all.